I'd like to introduce another verb now, which is to call. This in Spanish is llamar. Notice that we have a strong Y sound here with the double L at the beginning. Ya, llamar. How would you say to call me? Llamarme. You can call me tonight. ¿Puedes llamarme esta noche? How would you ask? Can you call me tonight? ¿Puedes llamarme esta noche? How do you say to call you? Llamarte. What's the word for later? Más tarde. Now say, I need to call you later. Necesito llamarte más tarde. How would you say, they're going to call you tomorrow? Van a llamarte mañana. They're going to call me tomorrow. Van a llamarme mañana. How would you say they're not going to call you? No van a llamarte. She doesn't want to call you. No quiere llamarte. What is to call us? Llamarnos. He's going to call us. Va llamarnos. How would you ask? Can you call us later? ¿Puedes llamarnos más tarde? As I've mentioned before, there are a group of verbs in Spanish that tend to use the pronouns of le and les, meaning to, him, to her, and to them. And so far we've looked at two of these, which are decir, to say or to tell, and dar, to give. We can add this current verb of llamar to that list. So llamar will also use le to call him or to call her, or les to call them. Let's practice. How would you say, I want to call him? Quiero llamarle. I don't want to call her. No quiero llamarle. I'm not going to call her today. No voy a llamarle hoy. I need to call him soon. Necesito llamarle pronto. How would you say to call them? Llamarles. I'm going to call them tomorrow morning. Voy a llamarles mañana en la mañana. You have to call them now. Tienes que llamarles ahora. Can you call them? ¿Puedes llamarles? What about when can you call them? ¿Cuándo puedes llamarles? Can you call me later? ¿Puedes llamarme más tarde? When are you going to call them? ¿Cuándo vas a llamarles? Welcome to part 2. We already know that más tarde means later, and that the word tarde on its own means late. Now, tarde will also stand for afternoon. So here we have in tarde, it can mean either late or afternoon. Now, tarde is a feminine word, so the afternoon would be la tarde. And to express this afternoon would be esta tarde. How would you ask? Can you call them this afternoon? ¿Puedes llamarles esta tarde? What about I'm going to do it this afternoon? Voy a hacerlo esta tarde. This gives us a nice group that we can apply to all three main parts of the day. So we have esta mañana, esta tarde, and esta noche. It's easy to remember because all three are esta mañana, esta tarde, esta noche. To express at what time, in Spanish what they literally say is at what hour. ¿A qué hora? ¿A qué hora? How would you ask, at what time are you going to call her? ¿A qué hora vas a llamarle? At what time are you going to call them? ¿A qué hora vas a llamarles? At what time can you call me? ¿A qué hora puedes llamarme? Be careful with this next one. At what time can he call her? ¿A qué hora puede llamarle? So here we have puede for can he, and call her, llamarle. ¿A qué hora puede llamarle? Of course, in all of these ones where we have a qué hora, at what time or at what hour, you could also substitute the word cuándo. ¿Cuándo puede llamarle? However, you will frequently hear native Spanish speakers use a qué hora instead of cuándo in these types of questions, so it's good to be aware of it. If tarde means late in Spanish, how would you say it's very late? Es muy tarde. It's very late and I can't call her now. Es muy tarde y no puedo llamarle ahora. I don't want to call her now because it's very late. No quiero llamarle ahora porque es muy tarde. Let's try one more question. How would you ask, at what time are they going to call you tomorrow? ¿A qué hora van a llamarte mañana?